The Burnley-Chelsea game, the only thing that's in my head is don't back the early kickoff. But at the same time, I actually think Chelsea are going to become better than people are giving them credit for at the moment. I actually don't mind some of their starting 11. It's just the £2 billion spent tag is hilarious. It's very funny to say it because their starting 11 for a team that spent £2 billion is not anywhere near what you would think maybe Arsenal would do with it or Liverpool would do with it, etc. But I actually do think that Chelsea are a little bit of, not in the title race, but in terms of getting to those Champions League spots like 4th and potentially 5th, I do think they do have a chance to click together a bit.
I think Chelsea will get top 4. I think still the problem for Chelsea's defence. I think, the fullbacks are very, very good, but the 2 centre halves are okay. And that's where I think the problem is for them. And listen, I think they'll win this game, but I don't think it'll be easy because, like you said, early kick-off, away at Burnley. We went away there a few weeks ago. Listen, I thought we played well that day, but I really do felt that Burnley gave everything.
Scott Parker's doing a better job than people are actually noticing.
They were very dogged. I think what I saw in that game when we played them, I'm like, if you go up there and you're not 100%, they could surprise you. I'm not saying necessarily beat Chelsea, but they could get a draw. They gave everything in that game against Arsenal. It weren't like it was just a pushover. I mean, they didn't have any shots on target. We kind of dominated the game, but as I said, what I saw, the fight that they showed, for every battle, we had to battle for it to just make sure. And it was the same when they played Liverpool. Remember, had it not been for that stupid handball by Hannibal,
yeah,
right,
97th.
Yeah, they would have held out for a draw. So early kickoff, just after an international break, that gives them a little
all the way up in Turf Moor as well.
Cold.
Yeah, cold.
Yeah, how cold it's been in England this week. That's not the sort of ideal fixture for Chelsea. I think Chelsea will win, but I think it's going to be a narrow.
It's going to be a rough win.
I think it'll be a narrow win. And bad news for Chelsea with the Cole. I see that Cole.
Yeah, the Cole Palmer stuff.
Yeah,
he's out for another 3 weeks. He stubbed his toe.
I mean, that's a bit of a shame. Listen, he's going to miss the game next week against Arsenal, right? I would be lying if I said that, you
weren't happy with that.
That, a player of that quality, how good he is, I think he's one of the best in the league. Him missing that game for an Arsenal fan, I don't want him out long term, but if he misses that game, I'm good with that. But Chelsea will have too much quality in the end.
Yeah,
it's a tricky little game, man. You've got players like returning from international duty. You've got to go up there, as I said.
Yeah, it's rough.
No Chelsea player is really going to be saying, yes, we go to Burnley, yeah. You know what I mean? And as I said, when I watched Burnley when they played against us, they fought for everything. Everything. It's just
everything's about survival for them.
It's just that we had too much. It's just that we had too much quality, and they've even had some results this season that you're like, yeah. You know what I mean, you see that they ain't going to be no pushover. So Chelsea has to go up there and be 100%, or they could get done. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, you know how you mentioned obviously international break and then coming straight back to Chelsea, straight up to Burnley. That's the one thing I'm happy about our Monday night kickoff.
And be 100%, or they could get done. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, you know how you mentioned obviously international break and then coming straight back to Chelsea, straight up to Burnley. That's the one thing I'm happy about our Monday night kickoff. So we've had about 9 or 10 of our players go international duty across South America, Europe, Africa as well.